Wow, I look stunning right now. I am so tired. I feel like the newborn days with my son. I never went through the zombie mode. This time, I am so tired. She's still sleeping terrible. I finally gave her Tylenol last night because yesterday was really hard. She just didn't feel good. It was just a really, really hard day. And it was mostly hard because I felt like mentally so sad. Like I was just so emotionally and mentally sad for the fact she was so uncomfortable. I gave her Tylenol last night. She woke up like 30 minutes later, woke up an hour later, nurse a couple hours after that, and then finally was out. So it's almost like she wants her last nurse, like she wants to like nurse at like 2 in the morning, and then she'll give me a long stretch. I don't know. I have no answers, but I just know I'm so tired, and if my husband doesn't get back with a giant thing of Coke, I'm gonna go crazy. Coca-Cola, that always sounds weird. So he's off getting us dinner right now. She, like I said, she's just been sleeping terrible. And I keep like during the day telling myself, you're good, you're good, you're good. You don't need the sleep, you're fine. Be an adult, you don't need the sleep. But honestly, it's now catching up to me, and I honestly could fall asleep right now. I'm so beyond tired. But we went to the zoo today, which was the first time we've gone anywhere since COVID, and we went to the Brevard Zoo because we heard really good things about it, and it was okay. I think the one thing that I'm most disappointed in is seeing the lack of masks that were being worn. And it's not because, like, I think just the hardest time I'm having personally with this is that I'm just having a hard time thinking of how many people don't care about their surrounding people. Because so many people weren't wearing a mask, and there was a lot of elderly people there. There were a lot of people who I would assume would prefer that people were wearing masks. And everywhere we would go, I would hear someone say, well, I can't go over there because they're not wearing a mask. And that just, to me, felt like such a shame, because it's such a simple thing you can do to serve your country and to serve your fellow Americans. Like, it's just so easy. I really am struggling, and I know that not everyone has to believe the way that I do about it. And honestly, like, I'm not afraid of COVID myself. I personally, why would I want to take a chance of getting someone else sick? Like, when I wear a mask, it wasn't because I'm afraid of people breathing on me. The masks are intended for you to slow the spread, and that if I were to cough and sneeze or get rid of any kind of particles, it's going into my mask rather than in the air and someone else catching it. It's not ever been about you. So that's what bothers me. So it was really hard to enjoy myself today, to be honest with you. I hate where, like, there's always a double standard. It's always the people who want everyone to be treated equal. They want everyone to be treated equal, but yet as soon as, like, there's people who are like, yeah, I really don't feel comfortable going somewhere because they're not wearing masks, all of a sudden you feel like everyone should think like you and believe like you. But it's like, wait, weren't you just standing up that we all should have equal rights and we all should be able to decide whether or not we wear a mask? But as soon as someone decides something different from you, you feel like they're a sheep, and you know, you have all these different opinions and descriptions of them. Like, it just irks me, and I'm having a hard time. But overall, the kids had a good time. My son had a good time. Sorry, I keep forgetting to empty my camera. I had such a rough night last night. I really have been having really hard nights. And no, I just sound like a broken record between Instagram and on here, but I just want other moms to know that if you're going through this, it's normal. I think we're just really struggling. I feel like sometimes I resent the fact that only I can breastfeed, and it's like you resent your husband, or you resent that you can't get help from anyone because you're the only one that breastfeeds. It's been really, really hard. It really has been. I'm really struggling, and it's just like a mental battle as well. Like, I'm so tired. I keep getting these headaches now, and I had to take medicine today because, like, I just felt nauseous. You know, when you get those really bad migraine headaches, you're nauseous. If you guys knew the type of schedule that we have due to our jobs, you'd probably understand more why this is weighing on me as heavily as it is. I would weigh on any mom, but our life schedule and the way that we handle or we are living our life, whatever, just our schedule, it makes it really hard to just navigate a daily life without this sleep. We're struggling, but we're gonna figure it out. I know she's gonna get through it. What's frustrating is, like, all day she'll nap pretty well and she'll pass gas fine. She'll act like she doesn't have gas and all is good. And then all of a sudden at nighttime, it's a completely different story. So just don't know. And what's happening pretty much every single night is she goes to bed in 15 minutes or 45 minutes. She's 45 minutes or whatever. After she's asleep, she'll wake back up and need to nurse again. And I do remember a slight time frame that my son did that as well, but when he would nurse and go to sleep, I mean, he slept for a really long time, whereas she doesn't. She's up 2 hours later and then 2 hours after that, and it's like, there's no way, girlfriend, you need more milk. The other day I gave her a bottle knowing she was getting like 6 ounces of milk before bed, and she still woke up like an hour later wanting to nurse again, and it's just a constant cycle. Obviously I do need to try other ways to get her to sleep other than nursing, so that's on me. With my son it was okay, but maybe with her it's not. Maybe I need to literally get her in a different habit much earlier on. So anyway, that's the only update. That's literally consuming my life. Sleep stuff. So I got her a bunch of teethers. My son found a teether shark that he loved. I found it, and then he decided he wanted it too. Look, you see both of us now. He decided that he wanted it, so I went ahead and bought him a shark teether, but it's just, he uses it just like as a toy. And then, you know what, if she wants to teeth on it, she can teeth on it. It's hard. It's really hard. Honestly, like, newborn days are so easy, and then you get into these days and it's like, it's really hard. So if you think the newborn sleep is tough, it's nothing compared to if your baby, not all babies will, but if your baby ends up going through a regression, the newborn days seem beautiful. I think it's like when they say that 4 is harder than year 2, because, you know, the tempers start coming in. My son, it does pretty well with temper tantrums. I'll have to admit, like, he's pretty good on that. But I hear like year 4 is worse because they're smarter. Well, I feel like even as a baby, when you go through a regression, they're smarter than when they were a newborn, and like they're more aware of their environment than when they were a newborn, and there's just so many different developments that make it so much harder actually as I get older. So I'm sorry to give the hard news, but no, there's gonna be positive news soon. You want to get down? The positive news will be coming soon. I know that. I believe that, but we're working on getting there. So anyway, let me see if I can get her down for another nap. I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know what time it is, but we're gonna try because she's starting to get a little crank. Oh, we just did a little drive up. Now we're gonna head to Dunkin'. Like I said, I'm gonna chill today. It's 31 nights of Halloween, so been watching all the Halloween movies. I'm just not into Ghostbusters, and I'm so sorry because my brother is obsessed with Ghostbusters. That's like his favorite movie. His whole life it's been his favorite movie, and I just don't like it. Every time it's on, I'm like, oh gosh, can't they play something else? I don't want to watch Ghostbusters again. I just had a full-on conversation with you guys and was not even recording, so we got that going for me. Dunkin's price just makes so much more sense than Starbucks price. I genuinely do not understand why Starbucks is as expensive as it is, other than the fact that us basic girls pay that price. But they just make so much money, and the worst part about it is that they don't really give back that much for the amount of money that they make. I just feel like the company itself just doesn't give back. You would think that they would like be more willing to give free drinks, or I don't know, just something. I think their rewards program's gotten a little bit better, especially because I always make sure I have a gift card still, and you get more stars if you use a gift card versus if you use like a credit card, which that whole thing is new, which is a good thing too, that now you can use like your card and still get points. I swear this whole time she hasn't been making any noise until I talk to you guys. I got my coffee. We're gonna go home. I'm gonna get work done, and I'm hoping to get another vlog up. I got a vlog up yesterday. I'm hoping to get another one, maybe not up today, but at least get one well edited. I always get guilty. I get like mom guilt whenever I'm like behind a computer or on my phone, and when I'm on my phone I'm usually still doing work, but I always just feel guilty because I just want to be with my boy. I just want to be with my kid, and so I always feel guilty. But I gotta wipe your face. You got cream cheese all over it. You want me to brush your teeth?
No.
Can I brush your teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go brush your teeth, okay? Today was much harder than it's been in a while. It's really hard when she's super fussy, and she was a hardcore fuss face today. I don't know, I never know the answer. It's much easier when they can talk to you and tell you what's going on like this one. It was a harder day, but we were able to navigate through it. Just looking forward to bedtime. I'm gonna get her to bed as soon as I possibly can. We've had like just such good days. Like I finally felt like I was getting back on track, that when these hard days come, it's like, reminded that the days aren't just gonna get easy out of nowhere. Prepare myself for tonight. I'm gonna get him going, get bedtime going. I'm just stalling because I gotta get going because I am not letting overtired baby happen.